Welcome to Bracket 4 of the 2025 Parkland Challenge. I'm your host, Antoine Thomas. Our first game of the day is Villa Grove versus Salt Fork. Let's meet the teams, then get started with the game.
Ethan Feinstein, Sr.
Aiden O'Brien, Sr.
Ben Craddock, Sr.
Elena Dolan, Sr.
Ben Wilkie, Sr.
Ryan Schluter, Sr.
Henry Osborne, Jr.
Delcia Gent, Sr.
Roderick Martin, Jr.
Rebecca Brown, Jr.
Allison Eisenminger, Jr.
All right, let's go ahead and get started with our first question. Villa Grove, are you ready?
Yep.
Salt Fork, are you ready?
Yep.
All right, first question. What is the name of a baby crocodile? Sophia.
A hatchling.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
I
thought they just came out from the ground.
don't know.
And an answer would be? The correct answer is a croclet.
That's not real.
What character is famous for saying, "Please, sir, can I have some more"? Sophia.
Oliver Twist.
That is correct. Who was Dana Carvey impersonating when empathetically said, "Not gonna do it"? And the correct answer is George H.W. Bush. What mountain is nicknamed Savage Mountain? Elena?
K2.
That is correct. During what war did William Prescott use the line, "Don't fire until you see Henry"?
The American Revolution.
That is correct. Hitler's autobiography was titled Ben.
Mein Kampf.
That is incorrect. Hitler's autobiography was entitled Mein Kampf. What the English translation of that title?
Austin did that last year.
And your answer would be?
My Story.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is My Struggle. What is Stanley Kowalski's wife's name in Streetcar Named Desire? Sophia.
Blanche.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Mary.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Stella. What Italian phrase refers to a pasta which is still firm then?
Al dente.
That is correct. Actor Steve Carell plays what memorable character in the popular TV series The Office? Ben.
Mike.
We need a little bit more.
Mike Johnson.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Michael Scott.
Michael Scott is correct. What kind of dog is the cartoon character Marmaduke? Ben.
Great Dane.
That is correct. What strip did Jim Davis launch in 19... Henry?
Garfield.
That is correct. What do you call a chief electrician in a motion picture or television production unit? Ben.
Keymaster.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
I don't know.
I know what it's called. I just can't remember what it's called.
Director.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is gaffer. Which U.S. state has the smallest population? Elena.
Wyoming.
That is correct. What is the only European capital city not located on a river? Ben.
Berlin.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Hey, France.
Sophia.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Madrid. This corporation started in Seattle. Elena.
Starbucks.
That is correct. What dam created Lake Mead, the largest man? Aiden?
Hoover Dam.
That is correct. In February 1909, what great Apache leader died at Fort Sill, Oklahoma? Ben.
Crazy Horse.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Sitting Bull.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Geronimo.
Oh, yeah.
Rickets is primarily caused due to a deficiency in which vitamin? Sophia.
Vitamin D.
That is correct. Now the video question goes to Salt Fork.
In August of 2024, what MLB slugger became the fastest ever to reach 300 career home runs?
My guess is Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper?
Aaron Judge hit his 300th career home run in his 955th career game, doing it in less games than Ralph Kiner and less at-bats than the great Babe Ruth.
Oh, yeah.
And now back to the question. Who was the author of The Girl with a Dragon Tattoo? Elena?
Smith.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
You want to go with the other standard last name?
Don't. No answer.
All right, the correct answer is Stig Larsson.
We're close with Johnson.
What incendiary novel is divided into 3 sections? Elena?
The Divine Comedy.
That is incorrect. The rest of the question is Health and the Salamander, The Sev and the Sand, and The Burning Bright.
Fahrenheit 451.
That is correct. What is the last word in the Gettysburg Address? Ben.
Amen.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
People.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Earth. What singer-songwriter was awarded the 2016 Nobel Prize for Literature? Ben.
Kendrick Lamar.
That is incorrect.
Paul McCartney. Just say something. Paul
Taylor
McCartney.
Swift.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Bob Dylan.
I was close to Paul McCartney.
What is another term for vitamin B2? And the correct answer is riboflavin. How many of the Apollo missions actually landed men on the moon? Elena.
2.
That is incorrect.
It's not just one. They made 4, I think. It was either 3 or 4.
3.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is actually 6. Apollo 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, and 17.
I forgot 16 and 17 happened.
What name is given to a female swan? And the correct answer is Penn. Microsoft founder Bill Gates and Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg both dropped out of what university? Henry.
Stanford?
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Could be MIT, though.
And your answer would be?
Harvard.
Harvard is correct. In 1948, this author wrote the novel 1984.
Okay.
Sophia.
George Orwell.
That is correct.
George Orwell.
What is the largest Native American tribe in the United States? Ben.
Seminoles.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Yeah, because that's like.
Navajo.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Cherokee. Fletcher Christian and other British sailor were the first white settlers on what Pacific island? Elena?
New Zealand.
That is incorrect.
Hawaii.
Australia.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Pitcairn Island.
Okay.
There are only 4 gemstones that can be called precious. The rest are semi-precious. What are those 4? Ben.
Amethyst, ruby, emerald, and sapphire.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Ruby, topaz. Diamond, ruby, emerald, and topaz.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is diamond, emerald, ruby, and sapphire. What country claims William Tell as a national hero? Ben.
Switzerland.
That is correct. What document did President Andrew Johnson want a copy of placed under his head upon his burial? Ben.
The Constitution.
That is correct.
Right.
Sequoia National Park is located in Elena.
California.
That is correct. And that ends round 1.
My name is Brittany Scott. I went to Parkland College and graduated in 2016. I decided to not go to a 4-year school to save some money. I knew I would take the same classes. Actually, some of my classes here were more difficult than my 4-year school. I studied general science. I am a civil designer or civil engineer. It's very rewarding to me to see something go from the plans that you drew to being built. Great futures start at Parkland College.
Right now the score is Villa Grove 70, Salt Fork 110 as we enter the lightning round where wrong answers cost you points. Villa Grove, are you ready? Salt Fork, are you ready? Yep. Let's start the round. On what Ohio campus were 4 students been?
Kent State.
That is correct. On what date was Puerto Rico invaded by the United States?
August 14th, 1898.
Sorry, that's incorrect. July 25th, 1898. What is the name of Sherlock Holmes' brother? And the correct answer is Mycroft. What is the name of the egg laid by frogs and toads? Henry?
Spawn?
That is correct. Rigel St. Ellis, the largest national park in the U.S., is located in which state? And the correct answer is Alaska. The University of South Carolina, the South Carolina Museum, and the State House are all in what city? Elena.
Charleston.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Columbia. Which movie starring Leonardo DiCaprio contains the idea of a dream inside a dream? Ben.
Inception.
That is correct. What was the world's first nuclear-powered submarine? And the correct answer is the USS Nautilus. What subatomic particle put the P in a? Elena?
Proton.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is positron. John, Paul, and Ringo. Who is missing? Henry.
George?
That is correct. Name the only Great Lake that doesn't share its shores with Canada. Elena.
Michigan.
That is correct. What is the name for the stand on which a painter rests its canvas? Ben.
Easel.
That is correct. What's a haboob? Ben.
It's a sandstorm.
That is correct. And that ends our lightning round.
My name is Sampan Penlin, but I go by Sam. I'm a townie, so I was always aware of Parkland, and I had decided to get into policing. I came to Parkland and started studying criminal justice. I actually had the opportunity to gain a lot of really good relevant work experience. And I was here from fall of 1999, and then I transferred to Western Illinois University and started my police career up in Joliet, Illinois. I've been at Parkland for about 6.5 years, so it's been nice to support students in the way that I was back then. It feels like home. Great futures start at Parkland College.
With a score of Villa Grove 70, Salt Fork 140, we now enter our third round. Let's go ahead and get started with the questions. Who sang the title song Grease in 1978 musical motion picture? Elena.
Sally.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
The only person I can think of right now is Elvis.
Zuko.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Frankie Valli. In the nursery rhyme, what did Tom Tom, the piper's son, steal? Elena?
Pickle.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
No answer.
The correct answer is the pig. What is the condition where breathing is greatly increased, typically caused by stress or panic situations? Henry.
Hyperventilation?
That is correct. How many one-eyed jacks are in a regulation deck of playing cards? Ben.
4.
That is incorrect.
Let's go with 2.
2.
That is correct.
What is a
The 16th Amendment to the Constitution, ratified in 1913, allowed Congress to do what unpopular thing, which is Ben?
Income tax.
That is correct.
tax?
What historical figure supposedly used a bow and arrow to shoot an apple? Ben?
William Tell.
That is correct.
Question?
Which point on the Earth's surface lies vertically above the origin of an earthquake? Elena.
Epicenter.
That is correct. What is the name of the alphabet used with the Russian language? Sophia.
Cyrillic.
That is correct. What state was Abraham Lincoln born in? Elena.
Kentucky.
That is correct. The silkworm is the larva of what sort of insect? Ben.
No answer.
Would you like to steal?
Moth.
Moth is correct. What patriotic songwriter, known as the Yankee Doodle Dandy, wrote over 500 songs? And the correct answer is George M. Cohan. About whom did Shakespeare write, "Age cannot wither her, nor custom state her infinite variety"? Ben.
Queen Victoria.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Lady Earth.
No answer.
The correct answer is Cleopatra.
Oh.
Okay.
Whose albums include Goodbye Yellow Brick Road? Sophia.
Elton John.
That is correct.
Good job.
How many letters are in supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? Elena.
23.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
25, I think?
25.
25 is incorrect. The correct answer is 34.
Yeah.
Where did I
What comedian wrestled women, sang along with the Mighty Mouse theme song, and starred on Taxi? And the correct... Oh, Henry.
Danny DeVito.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Going with the name.
George Carlin.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Andy Kaufman. How many states begin with the letter A? Elena.
4.
That is correct. Who controlled England and most of Northern Europe by 1013? Elena.
Vikings.
That is correct. What was a gladiator armed with in addition to a dagger and spear? Elena.
Shield.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Net.
That is correct. What novelist born in Oak Park received the 1954 Nobel Prize for Literature? Sophia.
Hansberry.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
I don't remember.
And your answer?
Smith.
The correct answer is Ernest Hemingway.
Oh, of course.
And now the video question goes to Villa Grove.
Labor Day of 2024 saw this professional eater set a new world record for eating 83 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
Joey Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut set the new world record on September 3rd, 2024, during a Netflix hot dog eating contest. This beat his previous world record of 76 hot dogs set in 2021.
All right, back to the questions. Who is the fourth musketeer? Ben.
D'Artagnan.
That is correct.
Sure.
What is the subtitle of Mary Shelley's 19th century novel, Frankenstein? And the correct answer is The Modern Prometheus. In New York City's Rockefeller Center features a statue of which mythological figure? Elena?
Athena.
Athena is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Centaur.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Prometheus.
Oh.
What American humor author was born in 1835, the year Halley's Comet appeared? Ben.
Twain.
That is correct. Which is the only U.S. state that was formerly a kingdom with a ruling monarch? Ben.
Virginia.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Hawaii.
Hawaii is correct.
Oh.
Which kingdom is Greenland part of? Elena.
Denmark.
That is correct. What song lyrics come from the poem The Defense of Fort M. Henry? And the correct answer is The Star-Spangled Banner. The plot of both the film and the book Moneyball revolve around what professional? Aiden?
The Oakland Athletics.
That is correct. What is the term used in physics to explain the inherent characteristics of massive objects to resist changes in velocity? Rebecca?
Inertia.
That is correct. What Central American country was formerly known as British Honduras? Rebecca?
Honduras.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Let's go Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Belize.
Oh, please.
A Black Panther is actually what kind of big cat? Elena.
Jaguar.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Cougar.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is leopard. In what country were the rock bands AC/DC formed? Ben.
Australia.
That is correct. What is the southernmost point of Florida? Aiden.
Key West.
That is correct. Which sport are you playing if the balls are numbered 1 through to 15? Rebecca.
Pool.
That is correct. And that ends round 3.
Great future start at Parkland College. Classes are affordable. Transfer your credit towards a bachelor's degree. Get training for in-demand careers. And academic and financial help is there when you need it. Enroll in classes now at parkland.edu/summerfall25.
Salt Fork moves on to play the winners of our next match between LeRoy and Champaign Centennial. Stay tuned for that next. Welcome to Game 2 of Bracket 4, where we have the Chargers of Champaign Centennial facing off against the Panthers of LeRoy. Let's meet the teams.
I'm Jace, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Gabe, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm AJ, and I'm also a sophomore.
I'm John, and I'm a sophomore.
Henry Thane, junior. Dexter, sophomore.
Xavier Barr, sophomore.
Sophia Stewart, senior.
Chris Miller, sophomore.
Ruby Landry, sophomore.
Now that we've met the teams, let's jump right on into our questions. Champaign Centennial, are you ready?
Yes.
LeRoy, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Our first question. Which day signifies the start of Lent? John.
Ash Wednesday.
That is correct. What leading song and dance man appeared in the following movies? Top Hat, Easter Parade, and Shall We Dance? Sophia.
Charlie Chaplin.
That is incorrect. Would y'all like to steal? The correct answer is Fred Astaire. What was John Lennon's middle name? And the correct answer is Winston. Who founded the colony of Maryland? Jace?
Charles the First.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
I think it's Lord Baltimore.
Yeah.
Not joke.
Okay.
Okay, Lord Baltimore?
That is correct.
Okay, that makes sense.
Where is Hot Springs National Park? Xavier.
Arkansas?
That is correct. In what state could you visit the Black Rock Desert? Chris.
Nevada?
Nevada is correct.
Good job.
What character does Jim Parson play in The Big Dexter?
Sheldon.
That is correct. Principal W. Seymour Skinner is a character in which TV show? Gabe.
The Simpsons?
That is correct. What is the favorite food of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Dexter.
Pizza.
That is correct. Which was the last of the 13 British colonies in America to be founded? Dexter.
Georgia.
That is correct. What German phrase means "till we meet again"? AJ?
Auf Wiedersehen.
That is correct. What famous suspension bridge connects the upper and lower peninsulas? Chris?
Mackinac.
That is correct. In what state was the first prominent Mennonite settlement made in 1683? Jace?
Pennsylvania.
That is correct. What was the first novel ever written on a typewriter? AJ?
Fahrenheit 451.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
It tells me A Tale of Two Cities. Yeah.
Okay. A Tale of Two Cities.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Tom Sawyer.
Oh, God.
According to World War II hyperbole, loose lips do what? Sophia.
Sink ships.
That is correct. Who sang songs like Rudy, Don't Take Your Love to Town, and Coward of the Country, but he's mostly known as a gambler? Can you name him? Dexter.
Kenny Rogers.
That is correct. What syndicated columnist writing from Miami is famous for the phrase, "I'm not making this up"? Xavier.
Dan Levitard?
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal? The correct answer is Dave Barry. By studying the front page of the New York Times, which board game did architect Alfred M. Butts invent? Gabe.
Monopoly.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Life. Life.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Scrabble. Who did the U.S. purchase the Virgin Islands from? Xavier.
Denmark?
That is correct. How many edges does a cube have? Chris.
8.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
12.
12 is correct. You know his voice, probably his face. He played David Puddy on Seinfeld, was a version of The Tick, and more recently played Lemony Snicket in a series of unfortunate events. What is this actor's name? And the correct answer is Patrick Warburton. The Van Gogh Museum is located in what European? Xavier?
Amsterdam?
That is correct. What did director Peter Jackson primarily shoot? The Lord of the...
New Zealand.
That is correct. What classic rock band claims the songs Already Gone, Take It Easy, and Hotel California? Gabe.
The Eagles.
That is correct. And now the video round goes to LeRoy.
In September of 2024, this alternative rock band canceled the rest of its tour after members Perry Farrell and Dave Navarro got into a brawl on stage.
I guess.
And your answer would be?
Something Jane.
Jane's Addiction was one of the first alternative rock bands to achieve commercial success in the 1990s. After the brawl, Farrell apologized for his behavior, and the rest of the band attributed the cancellation to his behavior and mental state.
And now back to our questions. What is the last word of the New Testament? Jace?
Amen.
That is correct. What carbon atom is typically used to date archaeological artifacts? Sophia?
Carbon 14.
That is correct. This singer, songwriter, civil rights activist sang songs like To Love Somebody, My Baby Just Cares for Me, and To Be Young, Gifted, and Black. What is her name? Sophia?
Nina Simone.
That is correct. What is the square root of 169? Chris?
13.
That is correct. Which actor played Mr. Spock in the original TV series?
Leonard Nimoy.
That is correct. According to Spotify, which was the most globally streamed song in 2023? Dexter?
Flowers.
That is correct. Founded in 2002, this rental kiosk featured the company's Xavier?
Redbox?
That is correct. Who was the third president of the United States? Xavier?
Thomas Jefferson?
That is correct. What book was banned in China after censored? Xavier?
Winnie the Pooh?
That is incorrect. Which book was banned in China after censors decided animals should not use human language?
Animal.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Alice Adventures in Wonderland. How many books make up the Bible's Old Testament? Jace.
39.
That is correct. In which Shakespearean play is Viola shipwrecked off the coast of Sophia?
The Tempest?
That is incorrect. Would y'all like to steal?
Hamlet.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Twelfth Night. What work by Spanish author Cervantes? Dexter.
Don Quixote.
That is correct. What is a dried plum? Xavier.
A date?
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Fig.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is a prune. Which dish is prepared by frying rice and then pouring a stock over it repeatedly? Sophia.
Risotto.
That is correct. This island in the Caribbean has a population under 20,000, yet because of its tax laws, 12,000. Dexter.
Cayman Islands.
That is correct. What unit of area is equal to 43,560 square feet? Chris.
An acre?
That is correct. What classic actor starred in Hopper, Boogie Nights, and Smokey and the Bandit? Hint, he published a book called But Enough About Me. Dexter.
Burt Reynolds.
That is correct. What is the only U.S. state that formed as a result of popular vote to separate from another state? Jace.
West Virginia.
That is correct. In what city is the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, better known as MIT? John.
Austin.
That is incorrect.
Cambridge?
That is correct. According to the title of this TV comedy series that ran from 1978 to 1982, in which city was the radio station WKRP? Gabe.
Albuquerque.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
It was in Texas.
Dallas.
That is incorrect. It was Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
What is the length of a term for U.S. senators? Sophia.
6 years.
That is correct.
Did not.
How many floors does the Empire State Building have? Dexter.
102.
That is correct. Which World War II battle is officially called the Armistice Offensive? Gabe.
The Battle of the Bulge.
That is correct. And that ends our round.
Great futures start at Parkland College. Classes are affordable. Transfer your credit towards a bachelor's degree. Get training for in-demand careers. And academic and financial help is there when you need it. Enroll now at parkland.edu/fall25.
Going into round 2, the score is Champaign Centennial 270, LeRoy 100. And now we start our lightning round where wrong answers cost you points. Let's get started with the first question. What planet features our solar system's longest channel at 4,200 miles? Sophia.
Mars.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Venus. What technology was the Samsung SPH M300 the first wireless phone to include? And the correct answer is GPS. In which year did the Boston Tea Party occur? And the correct answer is 1773. Who was the captain of the Titanic? And the correct answer is Captain Edward J. Smith. What is the lightest metal? Sophia.
Aluminum.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is lithium. What was the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution? AJ.
Delaware.
That is correct. Which shoe did Cinderella leave behind at the ball? Dexter.
The last slipper.
That is incorrect. The correct answer was the left shoe. What great American circus entrepreneur had been jailed? Dexter.
P.T. Barnum.
That is correct. What T term is used to describe the 4 Earth-like planets? Sophia.
Terrestrial?
That is correct. This scientific unit named for Sir Isaac Newton measures what? Chris.
Charge?
That is incorrect. The correct answer is force. In September 2011, 185 people were arrested for attempting to block access to the New York Stock Exchange. By what name did the...
Occupy Wall Street.
That is correct. What is the art of creating decorative articles of knotting cords, ropes, or string? Gabe.
Crochet?
That is incorrect. The correct answer is macrame. Who was the first person to climb Mount Everest? Xavier.
Hillary?
Can you please repeat the answer?
Hillary?
That is correct. What color and type of vehicle did O.J. Simpson ride in? Dexter.
White Ford Bronco.
That is correct. And that ends our lightning round.
Great futures start at Parkland College. Classes are affordable. Transfer your credit towards a bachelor's degree. Get training for in-demand careers. And academic and financial help is there when you need it. Fall classes start August 18th. Enroll now at parkland.edu/fall25.
And it's time for round 3. We start with the score of Champaign Centennial 280, LeRoy 100. Let's start with our very first question of the round. How many NBA MVPs did Michael Jordan win? Dexter.
5.
That is correct.
Yeah.
How many furlongs make up a mile? Gabe.
3.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
6. That's what I was going to say. Like 6. Like 6.
6.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is 8.
Oh.
Okay, close enough. 4 times 2.
This bread product is traditionally shaped by hand in the form of a ring. It is then quickly boiled in water. Henry.
Bagel.
Bagel is correct. Which branch of medicine deals with the elderly? Sophia.
Geriatrics?
That is correct. What are the lines on a map connecting points of equal barometric pressure called? Ruby.
Latitude?
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Longitude?
That is incorrect. The correct answer is isobars. At number 26 in the periodic table, what's the letter symbol for iron? Ruby.
Fe.
That is correct. Which man became the youngest ever winner of the race when he won the 2011 Daytona 500? Sophia.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
6%.
Kyle Busch.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Trevor Bayne.
Oh.
You hear it in the news all the time. What does OPEC stand for? And the correct answer is Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. What show is a spin-off from AMC's Breaking Bad? Dexter.
Better Call Saul.
That is correct. What waterway uses rivers, canals, lakes, and locks to connect the Atlantic Ocean to the... Dexter?
Panama Canal.
That is incorrect. What waterway uses rivers, canals, lakes, and locks to connect the Atlantic Ocean to the Great Lakes? Any answer?
The Mississippi River.
That is incorrect. St. Lawrence River. Hurricane Katrina was one of the worst national disasters in U.S. history, but Hurricane Sandy was pretty bad too. What two states were hit by Sandy? Ruby.
North and South Carolina.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Louisiana and Florida.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is New York and New Jersey.
Okay, yeah, come on. I need New York.
What three sections make up an insect's body? Xavier.
Antenna, abdomen, and legs.
That is incorrect.
Head, abdomen, thorax.
That is correct. Theater, West Virginia, was an outdoor musical about a country's most famous two families feuding. Who were the two families? There was a recent History Channel documentary about them. Sophia.
McCoys and Hatfields.
That is correct. If you travel directly north from Lima, Peru, until you hit the United States, which of these cities do you come the closest to? Phoenix, Houston, New Orleans, or Miami? John.
Houston.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
I think it's New Orleans. Oh wait, Peru.
Peru's the second. Wait.
Sorry, did you say something?
Phoenix.
Phoenix is incorrect. The correct answer is Miami.
Oh,
Miami. Oh, yeah, because it's on this.
I wasn't sure how far.
What is the name of the sea that lies between Israel and Jordan? Dexter.
Dead Sea.
That is correct. Miss O'Leary's cow became a Dexter.
The Chicago Fire.
That is correct. What Wild West legend was fired as sheriff of Wichita for pocketing fines he collected? Dexter.
Billy the Kid.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
White.
Nope, that's incorrect. The correct answer is White Earp. Who was the first African American to appear on the U.S. coin? Ruby.
Harriet Tubman.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Frederick Douglass.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Booker T. Washington. And now the video round goes to Champaign Centennial.
In September of 2024, this late country singer known as the Man in Black had his statue unveiled at the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C.
I think so.
Oh, you giving an answer?
Yeah, Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
As part of the National Statuary Hall collection, the sculpture was gifted by the U.S. state of Arkansas. The statue depicts Johnny Cash with a guitar swung across his back and him carrying a Bible in his right hand.
All right, back to our questions. The name of which culinary seed is associated with a popular phrase in Arabian Nights' Tale and refers to its ability to pop at the slightest touch when ripe? Sophia.
Coriander.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Chia.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is sesame seed.
Oh.
What is the name of Barnaby Bridge's Raven in A Fable of Four Cities by James Russell Lowell? Gabe.
Veronica.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Jimmy. Sure.
Jimmy.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Grip. What comic strip character cares for pets named Vac and Snart when he's not pillaging and plundering? Gabe?
Calvin.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Oh, maybe. Yosemite Sam.
Sure.
Yosemite Sam.
That is incorrect. It's Hagar the Horrible.
Oh, yeah.
It's a brand of tires and a pleasant 365 days. What is it?
Goodyear.
That's correct. And that ends our round. And at the end of round 3, we have Champaign Centennial at 380, LeRoy at 110. So Champaign Centennial will move on to play Salt Fork to determine our last spot in the Final Four. Stay tuned for that next. Welcome to Bracket 4 Championship. I'm your host, Antoine Thomas. We need one last team to complete the Final Four. Will it be Centennial or Salt Fork? Let's meet the teams and then we'll find out.
Dexter, sophomore.
Xavier Barr, sophomore.
Sophia Stewart, senior.
Chris Miller, sophomore.
Ruby Landry, sophomore.
Ethan Feinstein, senior.
Hayden O'Brien, senior.
Ben Craddock, senior.
Elena Dolan, senior.
Now that we've met the teams, let's go ahead and jump into our first question. Centennial, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes. Salt Fork, are you ready?
Yep.
All right, first question. From the Old English for the word tool, what machine is used to weave clothes? Elaine.
Loom.
That is correct. Who followed Eisenhower as president? Xavier.
Kennedy.
That is correct. What is the Fahrenheit equivalent of 20 degrees centigrade? Ruby.
100.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
20 degrees would be like, let's do 47.
47 degrees.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is 68. What is the period of time called during which the number of atoms in a radioactive substance reduces? Then
Half-life.
that is correct. What is the anniversary of the battles of Lexington and Concord celebrated as in Boston? Sophia.
The shot heard around the world.
That is incorrect. Would y'all like to steal?
August 12th, 1776.
And your answer would be?
76.
August 12th.
The correct answer is Patriots Day.
Oh.
What British entrepreneur used the word virgin in his company's name? And the correct answer is, Dexter?
Branson.
That is correct. What is the correct term for energy that deals with motion of a body? Xavier.
Kinesiology.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Kinetic energy. Just go kinetic.
Kinetic energy.
That is correct. In what year was Facebook launched? Ruby.
2004.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Happy Trails was the familiar theme song of what movie cowboy? Ben.
The Lone Ranger.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Sure. Oh, that might.
Okay.
Zorro.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Roy Rogers. What 1942 to 43 battle took the greatest toll in military history with more than Aiden?
Stalingrad?
That is correct. The tallest building in Salt Lake City, Utah belongs to what large religious group? Ruby.
Mormons.
That is correct. What is California's state capital? Xavier.
Sacramento.
That is correct. Who wrote The Legend of Sleepy Hollow? Elena.
Irving.
That is correct. Who was the only U.S. president who admitted to having an illegitimate child? Ben.
Taft.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
No.
Mike Jackson. Oh yeah.
Was somebody in that era?
What's his name?
It was like late 1800s.
Is it Garfield?
Sure.
Garfield?
The correct answer is Robert Cleveland.
Oh.
Sandstone, shale, and chalk are all types of which rock? Elena.
Limestone.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
They all have calcium in them.
Sedimentary.
Oh, sediment. Yeah.
Sedimentary.
That is correct.
Okay.
The albums include Let It Be, Ruby.
The Beatles.
That is incorrect. Their albums include Let It Be, Goat's Head Soup, Sticky Fingers, and Exile on Main Street, who is this British band?
The Rolling Stones.
That is correct. What federal agency is charged with enforcing antitrust laws? Sophia.
The FCC.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
The IRS. The IRS.
IRS.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Federal Trade Commission.
FTC.
Subpoena is the outer visible part of what? Ruby.
A pineapple.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Like pina colada.
A leaf.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is the ear.
Oh.
Did you really?
It's skin.
What dam provides 85% of Las Vegas' water? Sophia.
Hoover.
That is correct. And now the video round goes to Salt Fork.
In November of 2024, this historical epic sequel film, directed by Ridley Scott and starring Pedro Pascal and Denzel Washington, received a royal premiere with King Charles III in London.
Yeah, I'll go for it. Dune 2. Go Dune.
Dune 2.
Gladiator 2 grossed $172.4 million in the United States and Canada and $289.7 million in other territories, for a worldwide total of $462.2 million.
All right, let's go ahead and get back to our questions. All right, next question. How many dots are on 4 standard dice? Elena.
21.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
4 standard dice? 84.
84 is correct. Yonkers, New York, has a museum devoted to what historic river? Dexter.
Hudson River.
That is correct. How many major islands are there in the Hawaiian Islands? Elena.
5.
That is incorrect.
There's 4 because it's Maui. I think it's 4. 4.
The correct answer is 8.
Oh.
Which heavenly bodies have astronomers named after Brahms, Beethoven, Bach, and the 4 Beatles, and Eric Clapton? Sophia.
Asteroids.
That is correct.
Oh.
What was former President Bill Clinton's middle name? Xavier.
Lynn.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Oh my god.
Bill.
Robert.
The correct answer is Jefferson.
Yeah.
Jefferson.
How many toes does a rhinoceros have on each foot? Ruby.
3.
That is correct. What famous Capitol building sits on Jenkins Hill? Elena.
Washington Monument.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Supreme Court. Yeah. Supreme Court.
The correct answer is the U.S. Capitol in Washington.
Oh, we thought that one, guys.
What is the opposite of plural? Ruby.
Singular.
That is correct. What is the team TMNT better known as? Ben.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That is correct.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Who wrote Franny and Zoe?
J.D. Salinger.
I'm sorry, say that again.
J.D. Salinger.
Thank you. Name the 1980s toy that changed shape from a vehicle into a robot. Ben.
Transformers.
That is correct.
Getting all the 80s cartoon crushes.
Who wrote Our Town? Dexter.
Thornton Wilder.
That is correct. What does a hygrometer measure? Ben.
Water pressure.
That is incorrect.
It measures water speed. Okay. Maybe?
Water speed.
That is incorrect. It measures humidity.
Oh.
That's me.
So I thought it was like a thing in the day.
What does the abbreviation CC stand for, used in emails and Ben?
I lost it.
Any answer?
No.
No?
No, I lost it.
Would you like to steal?
I was thinking
Carbon copy.
What
I was
does...
also
Carbon copy?
That is correct.
It's a carbon copy and a blind carbon copy.
What is a red admiral? An ape, a butterfly, or a bird? Sophia.
Butterfly.
That is correct. In what country would you find Marrakesh? Xavier.
Morocco?
That is correct. What's the tibia? Ruby.
the largest leg bone. A bone in your leg.
We'll take it, yes.
Okay.
What famous patriotic song was written on the back of an envelope during the bombing of a fort? Elena.
Star Spangled Banner.
That is correct. What is the mascot for the Nebraska football team? Dexter.
Cornhuskers.
That is correct. What classic television show had characters named Ralph, Richie, Potsy, and the Fonz? Ben.
Happy Days.
That is correct. Which term used in sociology denotes the adaptation of a minority to a culture? Xavier.
Assimilation.
That is correct. The Capitol in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, was modeled after which of the world's most famous cathedrals? Elena?
St. Patrick's.
That is incorrect.
Maybe the Notre Dame. Oh.
Notre Dame.
I was thinking the Notre Dame. Yes. Oh, it could.
Notre Dame.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is St. Peter's.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
And that ends our round.
My name is Zach Steffen, and my current role is an advanced markets consultant with Country Financial. I chose Parkland out of high school mainly because affordability, and I knew I would get a good education and be prepared for whatever the next steps were. The class sizes are the right size. The faculty is very accessible. I was able to take the skills I learned at Parkland and hit the ground running at Illinois. Ended up graduating in 2012 with a degree in agricultural economics. Great futures start at Parkland College.
And now it's time for round two. With the score of Champaign Centennial 200, Salt Fork 100, it's time for our lightning round where wrong answers will cost you points. Let's go ahead and jump right on in. What is the largest member of the dolphin family? Xavier.
Orca?
We'll take that, yes. In 2010, the Deepwater Horizon oil spill polluted the waters of what body?
Gulf of Mexico.
That is correct. I Was a Teenage Grave Robber was the first story by this prolific horror writer. Dexter.
R.L. Stein.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Stephen King. What southwestern state has the cactus wren and the cactus blossom as state emblems? Sophia.
Arizona.
That is correct. What gas makes up approximately 21% of air? Elena?
Oxygen.
That is correct. How many eyes or eye spots do most starfish have? Ethan.
5.
That is correct. What famed baseball slugger did the portly actor John Goodman portray? Ben.
Babe Ruth.
That is correct. Who proposed the plum pudding model of the atom in 1904? Sophia.
Bohr?
That is incorrect. The correct answer is J.J. Thomson. Which figure from Greek mythology has snakes for hair? Elena?
Medusa.
That is correct. Who beat out FDR and Gandhi to be named Times Person of the Century? Ben?
Churchill.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Albert Einstein. What president came between Johnson and Gerald Ford? Dexter.
Nixon.
That is correct. Which element is used in the manufacture of computer microprocessors? Ben.
Silicon.
That is correct. What is the only South American country that contributes to the International Space Station? Ben.
Brazil.
That is correct. What name describes the process of evaporating or boiling a liquid and condensing its vapor? Ben.
Distillation.
That is correct. What country would you visit to see the site of the Battle of Waterloo? Roop.
The UK?
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Belgium. And that ends our lightning round.
Great future start at Parkland College. Classes are affordable. Transfer your credit towards a bachelor's degree. Get training for in-demand careers. And academic and financial help is there when you need it. Enroll in classes now at parkland.edu/summerfall25.
Let's get started with round 3. The score is Champaign Centennial 210, Salt Fork 160. Let's go ahead and get started with our first question. What day of the year is considered to be Star Wars Day? Ethan.
May 4.
That is correct. What substance gives blood its red color? Ben.
Iron.
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
Hemoglobin?
That is correct. Which has seeds? Limes, lemons, or both? Elena.
Limes.
Limes is incorrect.
Both?
Both is incorrect. The correct answer is lemons. According to the Nobel Peace Prize in 2013, what is the full name of the group also known by the acronym OPCW? And the answer is Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons. What author was born Theodore Giselle? Aiden.
Dr. Seuss.
That is correct. What word to have and have not is the only novel written by what author to be set in the U.S.? Sophia.
Hemingway?
That is correct. Who wore the numbers 23 and 45 on his Chicago Bulls jersey?
Michael Jordan.
That is correct. What was the top-rated daytime TV show every year from 1980 through 2000? Sophia.
Young and the Restless?
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is The Price is Right.
Oh.
Which soft drink brand links Michael Jackson, David Beckham, and Cindy Crawford? Ben.
Pepsi.
That is correct.
All right.
How many times is the word egg mentioned in Humpty Dumpty? Ethan.
0.
That is correct. What is the distinction of the golf course at Cloudcroft, New Mexico? And Chris.
A giant bunker.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
It's like hitting off, teeing off.
Yeah, go for it. Teeing off of a mountain.
That is incorrect. It is the highest golf course in the country.
Okay.
Who did Peter Pan take to Neverland to? Elena?
Wendy.
That is correct. And what East Coast tourist location was the first roller coaster in the U.S. Ben?
Coney Island.
That is correct. Valdosta, Georgia is known as the gateway to which popular vacation state? Elena.
Florida.
That is correct. What Truman Capote book was written about the murder of?
In Cold Blood.
That is correct. The art and practice of garden cultivation and management is called? Elena.
Horticulture.
That is correct. What large Kentucky city is known as the heart? Dexter.
Louisville.
That is incorrect. What large Kentucky city is known as the heart of the bluegrass? And your answer is?
Frankfurt.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Lexington.
All right.
In which century was most of the construction of the White House completed? 18th, 19th, or 20th? Elena.
19.
That is correct. What replica of the famous temple of ancient Greece would you find in Nashville, Tennessee? Chris.
Parthenon.
That is correct. The right to a fair trial is established by what amendment to the Constitution? Sophia.
5th.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Sixth.
6.
6. This is correct. What are adobe buildings made of?
Clay.
Dexter. That is correct. What welcome spring flower in the center of a festival in Meridian Bend?
Tulips.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal? What welcome spring flower is the center of a festival in Meridian, Connecticut?
Daisies. Daisies.
Daisies.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is daffodils. And now for our video round goes to Champaign Centennial.
In November of 2024, this singer became the most nominated artist in Grammy history, with 99 total nominations, including 11 in 2025.
It's Beyonce. Beyonce.
Yeah. Okay. Beyonce.
Beyonce would win 3 Grammys in 2025, including her first win for Album of the Year, after losing the 6 other times she was nominated in the category.
And now back to the questions. What was the name of the space station that crashed to Earth in 2001? And the correct answer is Mir. In the 2017 Oscar for Best Picture went to Moonlight, but what will... Dexter?
La La Land.
That is correct. Passengers aboard the Tootsie Railroad can experience mock robbers and Indian attacks. Where could you ride the Tootsie? Chris?
Universal Studios.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Kansas.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is North Carolina.
Studios.
In what country was General Douglas MacArthur withdrawing when he delivered his famous quote?
Philippines?
That is correct. What connects a fetus with the placenta? Elena.
Umbilical cord.
That is correct. In what month is the Earth closest to the Sun? Elena.
July.
That is incorrect.
June.
June. Okay, June.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is January.
Oh.
We're just go to the right one.
In what state was JFK assassinated? Dexter.
Texas.
That is correct. What vitamin are pregnant women encouraged to take? Elena.
A.
That is incorrect. What vitamin are pregnant women encouraged to take to prevent spina bifida?
So D. D? Is it D?
D.
D? Is that
D.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is folic acid.
Remember.
What duo squared off in the U.S. presidential elections, billed as the shrimp versus the wimp? And the correct answer is Michael Dukakis and George Bush. Who is Harry Potter's arch enemy? Elena.
Draco Malfoy.
That is incorrect.
Voldemort.
That is correct.
Oh, yeah. Right.
What activity can be done at Pismo Beach, California, that is not allowed on other beaches in the state? Ethan.
Nudity?
That is incorrect.
Would
you like to steal?
That was my guess.
Surfing?
Surfing?
Okay, surfing.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is driving cars on the sand. The oldest city in the U.S. is in what state? Sophia.
Florida.
That is correct. What famed bomber had a 35,000 word manifesto? Xavier.
Unabomber?
That is correct. Who took on the role of James Bond for the first time in Chris?
Daniel Craig.
That is correct. What country singer who walked the line? Elena.
Johnny Cash.
That is correct. From what does a person with myopia suffer? Ben.
Poor vision?
I need to be more specific.
Blindness.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
It's like small vision.
Spotty vision? Spotty vision?
Spotty vision.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is nearsightedness.
Oh.
What British-born rock superstar final album, Black Star, was?
David Bowie.
That is correct. With 43 rooms and 13 skylights, what Roman neoclassic house did Thomas Jefferson call home? Dexter.
Monticello.
That is correct. Bronze is a mix of copper and which other metal? Aiden.
Zinc.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Okay.
Is it Steve or 10? I think it's 10.
10 is correct.
Good job.
The world's largest garage sale is held each October in Warrensburg. What northeastern state? Chris.
Pennsylvania?
That is incorrect. What northern state is it in?
New Jersey.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is New York. What active director was mayor of Carmel, California? Ben.
Coppola.
That is incorrect. Would you like to steal?
Tarantino.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Clint Eastwood. That ends round 3.
Great future start at Parkland College. Classes are affordable. Transfer your credit towards a bachelor's degree. Get training for in-demand careers. And academic and financial help is there when you need it. Fall classes start August 18th. Enroll now at parkland.edu/fall25.
Congratulations to Centennial as they defeat Salt Fork 390 to 280 to move on to the championship bracket. We will bring you that next.